If you want to be coached by someone that podiumed at the first ever MX Bikes LAN event, then click the Discord link in the description below. Follow the steps on screen to book a one-on-one session with me now. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alright, also boys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're on MF Tracks Junction SX, I think it is. So Grand Junction SX by MF Tracks. And yeah, this is a more supercrossy kind of style, obviously. I don't really know where the start goes, to be honest. Is it this way? And also, I'm on the Fantic, and I haven't done supercross on the Fantic, which I've only just realised. I haven't got a supercross suspension. I've literally made one on the spot. I literally made one, just clicked a bunch of buttons around, and I'm hoping this will do for now. I just made it a little bit stiffer than what my outdoor suspension is. But yeah, I just used my Yamaha suspensions on the Fantic. It is pretty much the same bike. I literally use the exact same suspension on it. So at some point I will have to transfer my supercross suspension over to the Fantic, but obviously we haven't really worried about it too much. I don't think it's going to be too difficult of a track here. But yeah, just got to try and figure out where the track actually goes. But yeah, it's a different kind of style. I believe it is more of a fantasy kind of track. I don't think it's like a real life track. If it is, and you know, I stand corrected. But yeah, I don't think it's a real life kind of track. But not a long track. I actually thought it looked a lot longer than what this was. From the pictures, it looked very, very oversized. Looks pretty huge. But yeah, it's only about a 50-second lap time. But I'm sure we can drop that a lot. So let's just try different lines. We go on, off, triple. We'll go inside again. I think maybe outside would be better here because of the whoops. Yeah, it loves to wheelie. I don't know why this bike loves to wheelie in the whoops, but then again, like I said, it's not a supercross suspension on it yet. It's literally just a stiffer outdoor suspension, basically. But you know, it doesn't feel too bad. It's, you know, as long as it does the job, it's not too bad. I did lower the swing arm length. I might need to put it back up again. I lowered it because in bowl turns on supercross, you need it to be able to turn pretty tight. And I've obviously lowered it for that reason, but it seems like it wants to wheelie a lot, so I might have to put it back up again. But we're not going to worry too much about about our supercross suspension. We had Washougal on the Friday. That probably would have been the video before this. I believe the Washougal video probably would have been on Monday, so the video just before this one. But that went. It's more of a I'd call it okay more than good or anything like that. It was more just an okay night. Obviously anything could have been better than Millville. If you guys haven't watched my Millville video, then you guys should definitely go and watch that, but I think it wouldn't have really been that difficult to try and beat Millville. So we went, I think it was 8:10, I believe it was. It should have been a 6:10, but you know, I did my thing and I choked it on the final corner with 2 positions on the line. That rut absolutely screwed me so many times in that race. I think I crashed probably like 5 times maybe in that one rut. That rut was just absolutely horrible. I hated that rut. It just, I don't know, if you leant over too much, you'd drag your bars. If you didn't turn enough, then you just roll over the berm. It didn't really hold you at all. So it was really weird. You had to sort of crank it over to get around the corner, but then if you crank it over too much, you drag your bars, and if you don't crank it over enough, you roll over the berm. It was just a horrible, horrible corner to try and get through. But it is what it is. We, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, 6:10 should have been a 7th in Moto 2, but we just kept getting taken out and getting caught up in people's issues. So we ended up dropping back, but you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I say that all the time. It is what it is. You know, you can't really sit there and go, if I'd done this, I could have done this. If this guy did take me out, I would have done this. You can't really do that because that doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the result on paper. So 8:10 for a 7th overall, which I don't know how I got a 7th overall, but going 8:10 and getting a 7th overall, I will take that. We are P8 in points, I believe it is now. So that's fine. I'll take that. I think I'm 1 point off of P7, which is actually my teammate Boy. So I'm 1 point off of him. All I need is that 6th place in Moto 1, like I should have got. Then I would have been ahead of him in points. But you know, it is what it is. We'll move on to the week of Ironman, which is in 2 weeks' time. So we've got a nice little 2-week break now, which is nice. I need a little break. I feel like just not having the best results, and you need to have just a little bit of time off. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a little bit of a 2-week break. I do want to try and get some streams going as well. Not too sure how many, but I want to try and get a stream or 2 going in that week break, or the 2-week break, sorry. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping to get a few in, and yeah, just get some races going on some tracks, because we've had a few decent tracks. Even this track, for example, if this track is on the server list, we could get a little bit of supercross going, because obviously we don't do a lot of supercross. We don't get to do a lot of supercross during outdoor season, so maybe in a stream we'll throw a lobby like this up, and we'll get some races going on a supercross track. But yeah, I might try and stream in the next coming days. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye on the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, then click the link in the description to join the Discord. I put pings out and everything in there for when I am going to be going live. Members as well. If you are a member of the channel, you guys do get the password early if I have a password on. So yeah, if you do want to become a member, then definitely become a member. Obviously, it's a monthly thing, and with me not streaming, we have lost a lot of members. We have lost a lot of members in the last few months. So if you need to refresh it, then please do. And if you haven't become a member, then also please do. It's very much appreciated. You get a couple of new perks with that as well. So yeah, be much appreciated if you do want to become a member. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try and get a stream or two in the break. So I'll try and do that. And yeah, I think it's nice just to have a little bit of a break, a little bit of a chill. Obviously we're 8 rounds deep now, so we've been going 8 weeks strong in Outlaws. Now it's nice to have a 2-week off, and then we go to Iron Man, which is very weird. Obviously Iron Man is normally, or always has been really, for me anyway, it always has been the final round. However, they've changed that now. The final round is actually Bud, so Maryland. But yeah, we've got Iron Man at the next round, which is very weird. Iron Man is one of my favourite tracks in the calendar, if not my favourite track in the calendar. However, last year was the year that threw away my career number, I do believe. We got really unlucky. We missed a timing gate. We had to cut across the entire track to get the timing gate again, and we basically just finished dead last, and there wasn't really anything I could do about that. And yeah, that was the round, I do believe, that actually threw away the career number. Because the other person that I was trying to go up against actually dropped down to 250 class to get some more points. So lovely. How low can you go, to try and get a career number? I don't actually believe he got a career number in the end. Still believe even him dropping down to the 250 class, he didn't even get a career number in the end. So, that guy. If you know, you know. But yeah, I want to get a career number this year, but like I said, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a video, but I've mentioned it on like Instagram and stuff like that. But I'm planning this year to be my final year, my final full year. I'm hoping MTG is going to be good. If it's not, then gosh. But I'm planning on this being my final full year. So if I do want to still play the game next year, then I'm just going to either do just Supercross and then not Outdoors, or I'll do all the Supercross and just sort of, do a couple select rounds like a Red Bud round or an Iron Man round or something. But yeah, I'm kind of planning this being my final year. So yeah, if I do get a career number, obviously you only need 50 points to keep it. So if I do get a career number, I'll probably end up just doing Supercross, and I should be able to get my 50 points in that. And then yeah, I won't even have to bother doing Outdoors. Because Outdoors, I don't know, sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I don't. It's a love-hate relationship with Outdoors. You either do well or you do really, really bad. And I've never been really an Outdoors guy. I've always had the better results in Supercross. I don't hate or love either of them more than the other, which is really weird. I don't love Supercross, I don't hate Outdoors, or the other way around. Just don't mind them both. But yeah, I always seem to get my better results in Supercross. So if I am going to do just one thing, it will probably end up just being Supercross that I'll do. But yeah, I think we'll leave that there for today. And yeah, if you guys do want to get this track, it's completely free on MHC Mods. And yeah, MF Tracks has Bart with this track. I'm not sure if I've seen many Supercross tracks on him before, but this is actually a very, very enjoyable one. So yeah, very, very good track. But yeah, if you guys do want to get it, like I said, free on MHC Mods. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.